Okay. Mhm. So, good morning, everybody. Happy, happy Tuesday. And how are we doing this morning? I gotta say, I'm doing a-okay. Let's see here. Good morning, Honkler the Clown. And Eugenie C. How you doing? Yeah, if anybody there wants to come up on panel with me, you most certainly can. Um, well, anyways, I'll give you guys an update as to what occurred yesterday. I did, in fact, get a hold of my boss, and I had a nice, good conversation with him. And his excuse for not notifying me of what has occurred up there at that other place, get this, and I'm wondering how you all would take it. To me, I'm gonna call my lawyer and I'm gonna go over the recording with him. Uh, but his excuse to me was the fact that, oh, you only work 1 day a week up there. The guy's last day there was Wednesday. And by Friday, he was COVID-19 positive. And my boss decided to call their contractor to tell them that this guard got COVID-19. Meanwhile, this knucklehead, he's thinking that it's not important for me to know that the guard has COVID 19. He came in contact with the other guards, which in fact I'm probably most likely in contact with at the same damn time. So now it represents a fucking problem because had I been warned, I would have turned down the shift. I would have said nope. And that's the reason why they didn't tell me. Because I would have told them no. I would have made damn sure that they're, because this place has a janitorial service, I would have made damn sure that everything was cleaned properly, desanitized, or excuse me, make it sanitized. You don't know what happened? You don't know what happened, Honkler? I've been talking about it the last couple of days. Our contractor put up a notice giving notice to all of its tenants that one of our guards came down with COVID 19. I didn't get to hear this from my boss. I, I had to hear about it through our client's tenants, who had informed me that this notice right here was posted up in their elevator. Okay. And it gives the warning of this. This was put out 1/24/20. Okay. Friday. Today we received notice from our security vendor that one of its employees who services the project tested positive for COVID-19. And association will not disclose the identity of the vendor's employee absent the employee's consent. I know he's trying to say without the employee's consent. If you have questions, please feel free to contact management. You know what? Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I should get a hold of Doug here and find out what happened. Find out what day they told him, because according to them, they notified him on Friday. Looks like they notified them on Friday that this occurred, but the guy got pulled from the post Wednesday. So my job knew a couple of days prior to anything, and you know, the illness can stay dormant for at least up to 72 hours if it's not clean. So they directly put my health at risk. And this motherfucker has the nerve to tell me that because I work one day a week out there, I don't have the right to know. It's typical behavior of this company. And I'm about fed up with it. So what I'm doing this morning is I'm going to get a hold of my law firm and see if I can't file some kind of action against this company. Because the way he talked to me like, oh, we informed everybody else but you. I think he informed everybody else because everybody else isn't white. That works there. No, it's not a construction site. It's a skyrise. They're condominiums. I used to be a regular guard there, but due to costs and stuff like that, it got hard for me to being able to go back and forth. But now that I got a car, I guess they've been having problems getting a guard to work out there on Fridays. So they asked me if I would do it, and I've been doing it. But I think given the situation, I think he knows that if they had informed me about it, I would have not want to go in there unless I knew for a fact that the lobby had been sanitized. But being as I was there and I was told about the situation it's a little damn too late because I'd already been touching shit without gloves on and shit. And so, of course, right away, after I had got, received a notification, I gloved up and I started wiping shit down, the desks, the countertops, the phones, the keys, the handles on the fucking desks and drawers, and keypads on the copiers. The handles on all the doors on the first floor, not to mention the one up in on the top basement, or excuse me, the roof access door. All the doorknobs on all the doggone laundry rooms going all the way from bottom floor, because these are places we have to check. The doggone parking garage doors. I think outside the box when it comes to the person's protection. But they have no fucking regard for my safety. None whatsoever. But the contractor cared. I gotta give them that. They cared. At least they sent out this notice. And I'm grateful they did. But I should have been hearing this shit from my goddamn company. Company that I've been working for 9 goddamn years now. Almost 9 years. Oh, no, maybe it has been 9 years. Kind of tired of the racist stance they've taken against me. I don't like it one bit. Fucking asshole that does these schedulings here. He's a fucking racist. I swear to God, he's a goddamn racist. Good morning, Sir Jeffrey. Did I tell you what happened with Israel yesterday when I talked to him?
Yeah.
He told me that because I only worked out there at 101 Elma, he didn't feel it was important enough to tell me about the COVID-19 that guard had.
What car?
We had a guard up there at 101 Elma that came up positive COVID-19.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, read it.
No, I believe. I believe.
But this came from the contractor. This didn't come from my company.
Right.
Fuck no, I think they'd want to warn me.
It's fucked up.
Mm. Yeah. Right. And that's the way it should be, Honkler. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's our customers' company. It's our customers, or excuse me, it's my security agency's customer that gave a forewarning. Okay. That forewarning to me shouldn't have been through him. That forewarning should have been from my boss, from my own agency that I work for. Say, like they took responsibility for all of the workers working, or excuse me, just like for them to take responsibility for all the tenants in the building. that was their responsibility. And so they're good people. They're awesome. But the company I work for is shit.
Garbage. Right?
They're garbage. So yeah, this morning I should call Doug, find out when he found when the company called him to notify him. Because nothing. Now, guys, um, how many here that are here in the room live here in the United States? Um, I'm not thinking of quitting. Why would I quit a full-time job? You live in Massachusetts. Okay, let me ask you something. Actually, I'll educate you on something that's really awesome that you'll probably bat a brow to at first, but once I explain why I do what I do, it'll make complete sense to you, and I bet you anything you'll start doing what I'm doing because it's perfectly legal to do it the way that I'm doing it. When you hear the term that's someone saying that they've recorded their phone call with you, what does that say? What does that say to you? Let me guess, it sends all different kinds of red flags up your pole, and you're thinking not so good of things, right? And you're probably thinking, God, that's wiretapping law. That's breaking a wiretapping law, right? In lots of cases, if this is what's rendering through your mind, A, you would be right. If it is put in the type of content of what you use that recording for, yeah, you can get in trouble for violating a person's privacy by secretively recording their calls. You can, if you intend to use that recording in a malice way. It's like I'm telling you I recorded my boss, right? If I was to take that recording, I was to copy it up on my website, up on YouTube here, for all to listen, I'd get in deep as shit, wouldn't I? You'd be right. I would get into a deep pile of doo-doo. Let me show you how you can get around that legally and not get into any fucking trouble. And that recording can still be used as evidence, should it ever be brought to light to any courtroom. I stumped a couple of lawyers out here in California, these liberals, about their rights and shit. And they still talk to me on the phone. Everything's nonchalant, and they know that I record them, and they don't have a problem with that. Here's why. For one thing, I'm damn near legally blind. Okay, so yeah, I record my conversations. I record my conversations for what is known as footnotes. I get a direction to a place. It's nice to be able to record it and get confirmation of where I'm going, or you get some knucklehead that calls you up and threatens your life or something like that. Okay, cool. Footnotes. You can put it in the form of a transcript. Did you know it's illegal for the police to do the same damn thing? And this is how the police departments and the courts legally get away with recording you without your consent. They put everything in the form of a transcript. That transcript serves as an affidavit. That affidavit gets submitted into evidence to a court. Under perjury, under the law of perjury, okay, anything and everything stated in the form of an affidavit must be correct to the T. If you mislead a court in falsified information, you can be charged with perjury. We can all agree with that, right? You have a recording of an individual threatening your life, doing something malice towards you, or for that matter, giving out an address that you need to get to, or a phone number, or whatever. Like I said, you're using it for notes. So what you do is when you file your affidavit, you file it this way. Your name, your form of conversation in between, the other individual, the other party that's involved. By the way, you can buy software online that you can play the recording through. And through the different diagrams of it, you can enter your name and the individual's name. And it'll go ahead and put it out in dialogue for you for the conversation. So, like, for instance, I was to say, okay, bulldog. Okay, in everything sentence that I would state, it would say bulldog. The secondary person, Joe Blow. So it'll be like bulldog, da 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 da, Joe Blow, da 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 da, bulldog, da 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 da, so on and so forth. And this is how the state does it to put up their forms of affidavits that they have to submit to the courts. Same way you would have to do it. Now, unfortunately, with the way that they do it, they can destroy their tapes and they don't get to be questioned about it in court. And I think that's really fucked up. But in this case, they will not do that if whoever's on the other end says, hey, no, that's wrong. That's incorrect. That I never said that. He never said that. Now it comes to a matter of proof. Well, Your Honor, I have the recording to back up and collaborate everything that I'm stating. Now, a judge cannot have it played there in the courtroom because of privacy issues. Therefore, according to the law, you can go into chambers with the judge, which they will then listen to what you have on there. Of course, they're going to have an expert there to see that it's properly timestamped and it hasn't been duplicated or anything like that or altered in any way. And then that can stand. And then the judge will say, no, I'm sorry, there's no perjury here. You're sunk, you're fucked. See? But it will be submissible in court. So do know this. And if somebody comes back and they say, hey, he's secretly recording me, simply admit it. Yes, sir, I take footnotes. I certainly most definitely do. Well, can I see? No, I'm sorry. I can't view that to you because I'm sorry that would be invasion of this individual's privacy, and I cannot just disclose that to you without a court order. Because the moment you let a cop listen to it, you just gave him evidence of you breaking the law because you allowed an outside source to listen to it. So no, you can't even let a cop listen to it if they're investigating you for it. That's just like the same concept of if you smelt like marijuana, you can't be charged with marijuana. But if they see it in plain sight, you can be charged with it. It's something to that effect.
Yeah, but if you smell like marijuana, that gives them probable cause.
Gives them probable cause.
Mississippi over here knows that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probable cause search out of the search warrant.
Actually, if somebody states it to you, the best way to handle it is to simply, when a cop comes and knocks on your door and asks about it, you know, in the form of an investigation, you don't want to hinder his investigation, but you don't want to help his investigation under the grounds that the Fifth Amendment applies, and you may feel that that it would be grounds for, you know, how do I say, intimidation or incrimination, excuse me. So you would tell a police officer, I'm sorry, but did I do something wrong? No, we're just conducting an investigation. Why I stand on the Fifth Amendment under the grounds that whatever I may state to you could incriminate me. So unless you're arresting me, sir, or you're here to serve a warrant, I must ask that you leave. There you go.
Just like you don't have to have them in the house, it's your house either. If they knock on your door, you can step outside and they cannot ask them in the house unless they're doing a well-being check or they have a warrant.
No, in that kind of a situation, they got to come to your house to gain access to your house. You can just shut up, not say anything, and
no,
eventually, unless they got a warrant,
if they come to your door, you have to answer your door.
No, you don't.
You can come out of your house.
No, you don't have to answer your door. No, you absolutely don't. You can sit there quietly, and without a warrant, they can't enter the house. So.
They also don't have to leave until you go.
No, that's true. But if you got enough food in your fucking place and you sit up there for a fucking week, you think you're going to sit there for a week?
You think a lot of people have enough to just take a week off of work?
It just depends on how much you like your freedom. If you think that they might have something that I wouldn't risk it. I'd tell them point blank, you know, I would call a lawyer and have a lawyer come over to the house. That would be about the best bet to do that. And leave them fuckers at the door. Don't even answer it. Don't show yourself in the window. No, nothing. Because it leads to insinuation. And they're going to crash through your damn door and shit. Barry Cooper kind of gave a hint on that one. He sat there and said, you know how I used to tell people to put their hands up in the window so they can see their hands and tell them if they got a warrant to break in the door, they'll do it. Even if there isn't no warrant, they can say it's a welfare check. Or they thought they saw a weapon. This way they can't make any excuses. But yeah, that's how you can legally do that, by the way. If you're using it in the form of a transcript, there's no way in hell a person can get you on that. And the lawyers that I back to the hilt on that have agreed to that. Because if I was doing anything illegal, trust me, they would hang my ass for that. And I've never had that happen. I just figured, I figured this shit out a long time ago. Because you got to think about that. If a cop secretly records your conversation, do they ask for your permission? No, they just fucking do it. When you call up to a big corporation, do they ask for your permission? No, they just do it. There's two ways that you can legally up front use a recording in the court of law right off the bat without having to go through all that I've described. And that's if you have an answering machine. Of course, it's second party consent because they know they're being recorded. And secondly, you straight up tell the individual, hey, this phone call is being recorded, just so you know. And for all you naysayers out there that think that you have to have the person's permission to record the call when they have simply stated to you that the call is being recorded, they do not. They just have to notify you that it's being recorded. And the thing of it is, anything you say after that point is submissible in any court. The other way, you don't tell them. You just record the damn thing, and you just make it in the form of a transcript. If they contest it in court to say that they never stated that, you can look for a suppression on the tape or the recording to be viewed at the discretion of the judge in the judge's chambers. And 9 times out of 10, the judge is going to do it. Well, out here in California, it's a do or die kind of situation. I've been around a lot of the security agencies, and a lot of them are major corporations. And so the treatment is not going to be any different from what I'm getting now. I had to learn that the hard way. When I first moved out here, I went and put in a shitload of applications all over the place. First I went and knocked out my licenses and my certifications. That was, well, to me, I felt it was important. I wanted to get the best bang for my buck for what I could do. And being how I've had the certifications before, and for some reason, California, being the way California is, they made me redo all of my certifications, which was stupid. It was about greed. Money, money, money. We want your money. We know you're certified, but hey, it's not California certification. And along with that California certification also means that you had to be a California local, because we know everything. You know nothing, according to this state. So as I was pounding the pavement, putting in applications everywhere, trying to get work in some of these agencies, I wasn't getting as much as a call back. Now, do you want to know why I wasn't getting a call back? Because all my security experiences were from different states. And even though I've always had a very good rapport, very good track record, of knowing what the fuck I'm doing and knowing how to do my job, none of them would call back. Now this company, okay, well, not this company that I'm working for now, but my very first company, CNC Security, when I went to go apply to them, I said, fuck it. I don't want to put down my, because you have any idea how much of a pain in the ass it is to sit there and keep putting down all your job references, all your previous experiences and shit like that. I said, to hell with it. If they want to know what my experiences are, maybe I needed to think outside the box on this and make them call me. Maybe they'll call me and set up an appointment or something and maybe get inquisitive about it. And I was right. I was right, because the moment I did that, I had completed everything they asked of me on the application and everything. Even their stupid psychological eval that they do, their little questionnaire shit. Next thing you know, they called me up. They called me up the next damn day. We would like for you to come in for an interview, if you don't mind, because we are in need of looking for guards. And so, well, we would like to know what type of experiences you've had. What time could you come in? And I gave them a time, and I traveled way clear to Fremont to sit there and sit down and have an interview. Well, why didn't you put down any experiences? I'm sure with your age, you've worked before. I says, oh, yes, sir, I have. But here's the thing. I've been pounding the pavement for 10 months since I've landed here. I sat there and been trying to, A, find gainful employment, and B, a good home, roof over me and my kid's head, so, because I'm staying with relatives at the time. And when I told them my experiences of the different agencies I'd been with and they were long term, there were no short term. The only reason why that I switched from an agency to an agency is because of a buyout. I've never been fired, and I've never really quit one. So that held up good with them. They liked to hear that. But however, none of it was in California. And he says, well, this is the reason why you weren't getting callbacks. But he says, look, from the way that you talk and stuff, we can establish that you can handle yourself on a site and stuff like that. And we would like to give you a try. Good morning, Pie Guy. How are you doing this morning? So yeah, I gave it a shot with this company. I told him, I says, listen, you won't regret it as far as hiring me. I don't think they did. But there's a lot of bullshit behind their shit. I mean, God, dude. I mean, I've learned a lot out here. Don't get me wrong, but security work out here is not what I was used to. So I can understand why they want to be a little skeptical about hiring someone that has never done having any guard experience in California, because it's totally damn different. You're damn muzzled down to nothing. You can't do shit. Anything pops off, you call the police. It's basically what they get to. Them carrying a gun belt and having all these gadgets on them, they're just for show. They want you to be a fucking coward is what it is. And it bothers me. It bothers me something fierce. Because you do have certain rights and you can defend a property. And you can intervene as far as helping someone who may be getting, hurt by someone. You have that right to do that. Well, that's good, pie guy. But yeah, I mean, I learned a lot out here, but I'm just me. I just can't get over the rudeness out here. See, I think the reason why they don't want to take outsiders because outsiders may know their rights. They may know their rights and know what they can and cannot do. And that scares companies out here because they're doing shit that's very unethical. Their idea of safety and looking for a well-being of an employee is totally different from what the state or the government says that you have to, you know. And these companies, they get worried about that shit. They get worried about you suing them. Hey, Janet, how you doing, hon? Not much. I found out the reason why my boss didn't tell me. He felt that because I work one day out of the week up there at that place, that they didn't feel obligated to call me to tell me that a person got COVID, that one of our guards had gotten COVID-19. Can you see what I'm dealing with here? That was pretty fucked up of them. But I'm thinking of seeking legal action. Like I said, I'm going to call the law firm that I have, and I'm going to see what they say about it. If there's a case there, then good. I think I'm going to move forward with it because this company that went out of business. Okay, they shoveled their shit. See, what they did is they restarted a new company to get from underneath the lawsuits that they've been. They just acquired too much goddamn debt. And being how it's under an LLC license, it gives them the right to do that. So what they did is they shoveled their shit from one place to another. And it's just business as usual. So Mm. Mm. Really? Okay. Two Whoppers for $5. That's a good deal. Those burgers are good size. All right, we'll catch you later, pie guy. Mm. Serena, are you here? See, now the reason why I want to jump on this right away, is if by any chance that guard came in contact with the other guards that he had been relieving or that has been relieving him, and they catch this shit, and they may have had contact with me, I'm sorry, but it falls on the responsibility of my company, because my company, I think he didn't notify me because he knew that I would have shut it down. I would have told him, no, I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry that's happened, but I can't go up there and work until I know for a fact the place isn't sanitized. That's the reason why I think he didn't want to tell me. Not the fact because I worked there one day. And the thing of it is if I have gotten in contact with this thing and I become sick, you think I would have the ability to get on the phone and get a hold of a lawyer real quick? Most likely, probably not. So for right now, my best bet is while I am good, get a hold of my law firm and see what I can do to get something started in case if I do end up getting sick. These motherfuckers, they don't have the right to pull the shit that they're pulling. And I hate their fucking attitudes out here. Because the thing that concerns me is if I end up getting into contact with somebody that has something like that, because I'm a heavy smoker, okay, and I do have a cough, you know, and if I get hit with something like that, it could probably affect my breathing in a bad way. That's a major concern of mine. I mean, I don't have any problems with any of my breathing or anything like that. But when I get sick, it knocks the fucking wind out of me. And with as bad as they're saying that this coronavirus is, maybe be something that I should not get. You know, I'm knocking on wood and I'm thanking the good Lord that I really don't get sick often. I don't. Hey, I am Wrath. How you doing, brother? Good morning. But given the circumstances, when people have a cold, I'd much rather people just stay away from me because I don't like getting it. But then again, I can't imagine anybody liking getting a cold or a flu. That's good, bro. So have you been listening to what happened to me here yesterday? My boss is brushing it off like they didn't feel that they had the right to tell me about this shit because I work 1 day a week out there. And yeah, I recorded it. So that way he can't deny not being responsible, because he admits and says that he admitted and sat there and said that he told the other guards about it, but didn't feel that I needed to know because I work 1 day a week out there. I could bet anything I'm probably the only white person there that works there. I mean, as a guard, Well, that's good. Now, I'm sorry if I'm bringing race up into this bullshit, but every problem that I have ever had with this company has dealt with that very damn thing. That very thing. Just like when coming to find out that the last place I worked at, Town Park Towers, they had an infestation of bed bugs, and the fumigator that was fumigating the building tested this seat in the lobby area where we would sit and watch the monitors and stuff, and come to find that there were bed bugs in that seat. These assholes dismissed me from the project and no other guard, just me. But the other guards there were either Mexican or Hindu. And yeah, no shit. I was the only one that got dismissed from that project. That's fucked up what they did. Yeah, you're damn right it is. And it's okay because, like I said, I'm gonna because if there's any chance that I have come in contact with anybody that may have gotten close to this particular guard, I will at least have something on record. I'm surprised nobody wants to go up on panel. Same situation. Just get lurkers that come in here and lurk. Oh well. Nah, I don't know. I started out, I had 10 people in here, but now, oh, damn, just dropped another one. Now I got only 4 in here. Oh, well. I set the channel up to where I could do the live stream this morning. But for some reason, when I got home and checked it, it didn't take. I don't know why. I don't know if internet was an issue in the building this morning or not. So maybe it went out a little late, the notification for the live stream. Because I set it for 9 o'clock in the morning at like 7 o'clock this morning. So that way it would give a couple hours prior to me going live. I usually do that. Like I said, when I got here, it was like by the time I checked it to go live, it wasn't in the deal. So I had to remake it all over again. It's usually something went wrong and it just didn't notify me. But everybody's hiding, not saying anything. Chief or Haley, you there? If you are, say hi. Oh, brother. Well, anyways, I'm gonna cut off out of here because I got to do a few things this morning. It's pretty much dead in here now. And I got a couple people lurking, not saying anything, so the stream's about dead at this time. There is one thing that I came across in the news that was quite interesting. You know, the legislators are back in session again. And they're talking about this DA that came on. You know, he came out of retirement. And they're going at him left and right. They think that he went out of retirement for Trump for political reasons, and yet he has nothing to gain by doing so. He's being attacked because he's a Republican. Oh, hey, Wanda. How you doing, hon? We're doing good. Well, two people joined. Well, I'm glad you're doing good, hon. Yeah, I'm doing good. At least I'm hoping so. Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go, okay? I got a couple things I gotta do. If I can, I'll try and come on later. All right? So I'll talk to you guys later.